And we're back with another Basil Gaming production. My name is Douglas. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to look at some huge defensive measures along with some additional strategy to help pave the way for considerable advancement towards all these different planets we've unlocked. Maybe into the survival mode a little bit, which I have lightly dipped my toes into. So today, we're going to look at all of our options, see what kind of upgrades we've kind of manifested, and which direction we're going to be going. Whoop, there we go. Display was wrong. There you can see everything. So we're going to get into the Terra Legion here and start everything off with going over some options here for each of the upgrade sessions, for each of the characters, what we think our path needs to be, and how best we can approach dealing with some of these difficult levels that are a part of the creep of just overall amounts of damage due or boss encounters, etc. Now, let's see here. Going down this name still. Okay. So Michaela, huge improvement for Michaela. I was able to unlock her end ability here, the extra crate results. What a difference. To have an extra roll really has provided a gateway towards getting better weapons, better defensive, a substantial building forward of possible improvements. Yeah, and I just added a bunch more for reroll purposes, which helps us out magic find wise. This is fantastic. So we're gonna play a little bit with her today, start off, and see if we can get towards this bottom unlock here for our benefits of getting Michaela to the end game for her upgrade. With that in mind, we're going to focus on making sure we have enough defensive measures to get past the difficulties of each of these levels, get the damage upgrades that are necessary, and see if we can develop some combinations of the two to really push us forward. So here we need a million damage to get to this 3-star here. As you can see, I've got 3 stars on each of the other planets in the first level 1, but not quite here. And I'd like to do that before moving on to the level 2 of each of them. Let's give Michaela a try here and see if we can bolster our stance, get some currencies, and proceed play through the game's difficulty. Because it is not an easy game, which is refreshing. Try it real quick here with a special location. Get over there and see what we can do. There's some damage improvements here. It'll be nice early on. Get this right away. Grade level quickly. We want to have as much bang for a buck as possible. Okay, so we start here with a ballistic weapon, and ballistic stuff is really good. This one here has a bigger width as far as its choice goes, but it is a little bit more difficult to deal with. So let's play with the more direct and straightforward shots on the reflex autocannon. We'll put it this way, and we'll just make that happen angle-wise so we have that extra damage hitting targets. Gives her a little more damage requirement here. Cool. Get these guys. Should have moved my last improvement there to forward facing, so that way I'm doing the most damage I could. Perfect. Moving through this, pick up some blocks, improvements. Already doing well. Okay. 4 chests, as you can see in front here. This is fantastic. Let's start with getting some building blocks. We want to make sure that we have the ability to take on all of the different items we're going to be able to pick up. Obviously, a great pick there. We want all that purple loot as best we can. Not going to really focus on these common tracks here. We're going to have plenty of grip and turning. That's not going to be an issue. Damage reduction, though, will be something we'll suffer with later, but we can pick up some of those better improvements as we go forward. But acceleration is still the #1 thing here. Look at this way. All right, back to the choices. Let's re-roll. Should have a higher magic find on this. Excellent. Legendary. Mass driver. Great weapon. Big weapon. But great weapon. We'll build for it here on the front end, so that way we have the options for its maximizing. But it has a piercing ability on it, which really brings it into type of damage we want to really lean toward. So we want to give ourselves a full 2x4 in this case on the front, and we'll put the mass driver here in this next row. It's got a little bit of a unique size here, and it only has input for the side. You have to either face it forward or to the side, and there's no options otherwise. So we'll need to build for it, which we do have the ability to do so. Go here, we'll go up, there we go. Then we have to set it like this, so that way it can shoot across the bow. Now in this, we're gonna run into a boss that is actually gonna require us to spin clockwise in this particular level, and so I will cater to that, even though there's not really a difference to me necessarily. I just want there to be the case that that's available to us, so when we don't have to change our build last second. There we go. Okay, there's that. Move this one to face the same way, and we're off and running. Build. Get our tires on. All right, we're off. We'll just keep our blocks available to us to use as we level. Yeah. All right, get in the level. More boxes. Here's a damage reduction. We can pick up a bunch of these later. We certainly will do so. To pick up range, let me make sure we're not limited on what we can or cannot see. Huge area effect, great. Now we have options here. Here's that wider choice, and it's the better option directly, but it also is a 2-slotter. So I'd rather take this with a little bit extra on the front side. There we go. Put this on here on the back side. I mean, here for now, doesn't really matter. Struggle bus is always real with those. Okay. And extra pickup range. Make it happen. Gonna level up here. 4 choices. What are we getting? Perfect. Another one of these reflex guns. Excellent. Put it on the side. Continue to add to that, to the right shot. Big pickup. Okay, let's go ahead and make our way towards the next area. We want to continue to try to unlock more money. And what entails that? What's more money? What we need to do is we just need to make sure that we're constantly attacking things with value. More experience, more difficulty, higher level units. This guy here is a big level unit, but I can just kind of lay into him here. What is that? Where's our bonus? There it is. Got another level up. Let's make sure we pick that up. Perfect. Now our goal is here to do 1,000,000 damage, try to get that 3rd star. So we're gonna play with as best we can. I'd like to get one that gives us ballistic damage, because that's kind of what we started with. These are all great, but let's also reroll. We need a little bit more bang for our buck, and here it is perfectly. Ballistic damage, just as we desired. do max grip and max speed and grip. Another ballistic damage. Definitely taking that. An absolute another one of those shooting guns to the side. This also gives us a 360 and also ballistic damage. We could take that one. Put that here in front or on the top. Got choices here. In fact, let's do this. Let's push ourselves in the right direction. How do we do that? We're gonna go here. For now, we'll just make a mess of things real quick. What are you even trying to do right now? Hello, someone saved me from myself. Okay. So we'll keep adding this gun this way. Wow, this big one to the back. Again, ballistic base. Let's start adding our ballistic options here on the other side, just because. Room for entertaining. We're on the way. So we're gonna prioritize all of our damage to the side, so we can make sure we can do more damage as possible as we circle, clear out large areas, really setting ourselves up for success. Excellent. Okay, this is already a great start. Those two ballistic finds were absolutely outstanding. Good experience. Good drop here. Building block, we'll take that. Keep charging forward. Picking up as much experience as we can. Trying to level. Boxes. Okay. Go with more building blocks. Again, we're going to make a pretty big rig here. It's going to require us to do some significant rebuilding. And this would satisfy us, I think, for the rest of the game, so we can avoid doing those later. Okay, there's another auto gun. Flat cannon, don't care so much about. Let's add the auto gun here. Beautiful. Okay. Let's actually take the moment to no, I think we're okay for now. Let's carry on. Don't know if this is the right way. We'll find out together. I just got a magnet. Got a lot of experience on the ground, so let's make sure we pick that up. Next station. What's going to be the practical bonus? Another reroll. Okay. We like rerolls in this character because we have that massive bonus. It's going to give us the extra bang for a buck for extra magic find on the reroll, and this has a high magic find base damage, or base amount from our passive tree. So we'll just continue to develop this. Okay, let's keep going down to our boss location. Ultimately, if we can, as we're coming down south here to get to that location, I'd like to see us take care of all these little extra bonus spots along the way, and not only not die, but get some additional experience. See, that guy is just worth a ton of experience. We had no problem killing him. That's gonna be great. Yeah, let's pick up this one little spot on the way to this boss platform after we kill this really big guy. Level up, we'll take that. Alright. Fire rates, that's fantastic. Take that. Another fire rate. Yeah, we have to take it, or boost damage rather, I'm sorry. Okay. We definitely want this one. Let's take it now, and we can use it on our big gun. We're going to enhance this sucker as best as we can the entire way. Just going to take a second here to do a little bit of a retouch. That's okay. So, that in mind, let's go like this. We're gonna need. Perfect. And we are going to put these two little additional ones. And then one little 2 block. Another 2 block. We can add this to the end. Perfect. So now we have it both enhanced in damage and fire rate, which is what we're looking for. It's going to be our top damage dealer. At this point, I don't think there's any way we're going to get around that. Yeah, it's just that good. Probably need to adjust these at some. Pack these around everywhere. Okay, looking good. Wraith boost. Don't know what that means, but we like it. Okay, let's bring this guy in. We're gonna be fighting this guy and the boss at the same time. Oop. I cannot believe we died there. How did we get hit? I'm not quite certain how that worked out. Not a good driving effort on my behalf. I will say that legendary railgun is fantastic match driver, but it does take some positioning. I definitely just did not execute there. Apologies. Well, we'll have to get into it again. No telling the present, so let's hop into it right away. Try to see if we can fix our mistakes. Do we collect anything sizable enough? Sweet, we got a little bit extra health. Looks good there. 555. 7,000. 17. Okay, so we can get this one for sure. Expanded chassis. We need 25 more thousand. I can take this one. 24. No. How about that one? Beautiful. This takes 60,000, but I can't take any more out. Okay, so we have bigger chassis this time. We've expanded chassis block, additional health and ramming damage. All right, we're substantially better. There's some maneuvering to be done in that in the builds. Continue to try to lean that out a little bit. Oop, sorry, slow. Okay, another big upgrade here if I can kill him. He's one of these guys that enhances others and transforms them from something little to something big. Of course, that guy evolve. Let's try to get our chest here real quick. Beautiful. Ram through these guys, get some extra experience. Trying to get some extra blocks here right at the start. I think there's going to be one here as well. Maybe two of them. Perfect. Got a bunch of blocks. Gotta get some levels here. Okay. We need some building materials, so we can get them early. Not a problem. Let's take 2. We should be good to go for the rest of the game at the moment. We have no weapon options yet. Let's reroll. Need a weapon. Yeah, we know we need that because we need to have more damage. Still no weapons. Reroll again. Unbelievable. Can we get a weapon, please? Okay, let's take fire rate. Okay, these Nimbus drone guys are really good. They just do a lot of damage. So let's add them to the mix. In fact, does it even enhance them to do this? I don't know. Try this out. Cool. So the drones that they summon are little shooty guys that kind of go out and do all the drone damage. They do great damage. Let's not beat around the bush. They do good damage. They're worth having. Okay, cruising. Level up. Got 2 crates here. Okay, wheels. It wants us to take wheels. I guess we'll capitulate. Another one of those. Let's do that. Wheels on. Okay, do we want to expand the width of this? We can really do at this point. Let's actually take the liberty to do that now. There, and we'll fan this out a little bit. Trying to make it available for us so we can actually do something with our innards. If we get some wheels, we can play with that in that regard. Sure, that'll just be the foundation for things. We have 2 robot upgrades already. Very strong start. Get that level and we'll head to the next location. Okay, what are these attack wise? They're drone damage and electric. So let's stay with the electric call out. One's okay. Let's get it in here. Oh. Alright, we got good projectile damage. Pretty solid. A little more flexibility than not. I like all things that are happening right now. This is pretty solid. Now we're gonna be open for some What are we doing here? We're looking for some specifically electric damage so we can help our drones out. Since we're going to be going that way on this particular playthrough. Max speed, max speed. Let's do this. Go with we don't want this one. It's not going to help us with. Here it is, electric. Or energy, I'm sorry. Ballistics again, trying to fail us. Armor would be great, except it doesn't help us with anything. We're not going impact here. We are not going ballistic either. So let's do the reroll. Let's do some regenerate. That always is helpful. Okay, we need actual damage on the field here, so we're gonna take this one. It's got a little bit of an AoE effect, which is helpful. Not a ton, but it is something. Something better than nothing in this case. Let this be the basis of whatever the next build part is. Great, we'll put our tires out. Done. Get in there. Alright, block crates. Lucky. We can push it. Alright. Oh, we have a ton of experience. Another one of these. We'll take that in a heartbeat. Beautiful. And math. Okay, let's get to our next bonus areas. We've got 3 drones that are out there. They're gonna do a lot of damage. We just need to make sure that they keep having the opportunity to eat, do damage stuff. If we get any drone enhancements, we definitely want to take those for more direct damage. It wasn't on the minimap. We're just going to continue to go straight to our next spot here, so bear with me. Kind of driving seemingly for no reason. We get more experience and we get more damage when we take on bosses. So we want to try to prioritize that since we're trying to get a million damage here. Okay, we want to get to the middle here so we can take out this shield. There it is. Excellent. Let's grab this middle thing. On the boss. We'll level up. Okay, we got a couple chests here. The more weapons would always be appreciated. Boost duration would be great, but we probably can get that through other means. These are all terrible. We don't do elemental damage at all for anything. Let's re-roll this if we can. Get lucky. Wow, legendary. Okay. Take that. Okay, orbital laser, again, just attacking things all the time. Good pickup. Alright, make this happen here. We need that. There. We really don't care about then we have some platform items. Perfect, this level. Energy damage again. We're gonna take this one. Okay. Another energy damage. Doesn't do as much damage as the one we had previously. Rather, this one and will improve one of our already buffed drones. Okay, now we're starting to get into some serious damage here, so where are our drones? Make this happen. Okay, let's get in here and kill this off as well. Let's get this bonus over here, this corner. Perfect. Reroll. We like those. Don't worry about picking everything up. We're gonna go ahead and find a magnet at some point. That'll really propel us to higher levels here. What am I missing here that I'm just not picking up here? Got a tin box in here. Alright, let's head down to the next bonus area. Didn't quite get a boss at this one, but we did have a decent amount of monsters spawn. Robots, what do we want to call them? Alright, a lot of crates here. Let's see if we can get some luck. Something good. If we don't want this, we want pickup range for sure. Another nothing burger with these wheel choices. Let's go with max speed. I want to be able to zoom around town. Okay, so now we have max speed acceleration plus 10 and 10. Ramming knockback 100%, but impact damage suffers. We don't really care about impact damage here. We should definitely take this one. We don't do ballistic damage, and we don't need more grip anywhere. Let's do a reroll here. Perfect. Oh no. Let's make sure our drones have the most bang for their buck. If we can keep getting drones, we'll be in a good spot. Put this just here. Problem. Just put some support stuff. Can do that, right? Have to do that one. Undo, undo, undo. Let's go ahead and get one of these in here. There's that. Makes it easier there. There we go. Okay. I can't put anything in between that, but I can go the next one I can. So let's do that real quick. Put these here and here. Done. Go ahead and bring this out as well. Nope, I don't want that. This. Go here again. We have more room for another wheel. Let's actually go for the aesthetic look. For the aesthetic look, we'll go RGB on the outside. For everyone who likes RGB. Put the internal ones there. So we really have the chance here to all butt around town. We just Not focusing that primarily. Let's put this. Okay. Good stuff. Love this. Love this. Look at our max speed here. Just doing real well in that regard. Great mobility. Those wheel pickups were really solid. I'd like to say oh, the ice. Picking up our bonus stuff. I wonder if damage against buildings actually counts towards this 1,000,000 damage one. Okay, let's compare real quick. Keep circling here. Health is good. We're paying attention to it. Got a little bit of health on the ground. Let's see if we can pick it up. Oh, got a level first. Great. Good charge away from that. I mean, acceleration, grip, and armor. Let's make sure we get that. More building blocks. Let's take that one just in case. Let's go ahead and take the upgrade on this, since we're doing energy weapons primarily. Again, upgrade one of our 50 little laser guys. 50, I know. Big language models. In truth, this is going pretty well. Our damage to the boss is pretty top notch right now. We're not doing direct damage, but our little minion guys are getting in there. Mobility is fantastic too. That was a pretty dominant boss encounter on our behalf, so good to see. You got a bunch of chests here too. Excellent. All right, let's grab this upgrade and we'll head off, continue towards that next special area. A lot of chests. Man, just not great choices. We'll keep taking the max speed ones though. This is a reroll for sure. Get us something good. We'll take this for sure. Perfect. Yeah, let's go there. That was a tough. Perfect. We'll keep doing those. If we have drones, we want drones. Makes sense to us. I don't want this. Please go away. Reroll that. Okay. So how about boost power and duration? Last chest. Give us something nice. All right, we already have one of these. This is terrible. I want this one. Okay, so let's go. Keep that moving. Put that there. Actually, line these up. Perfect. Let's just quickly go. Get it changed later for sure. Just wanted to, let me move it over here. It doesn't really care like where it's firing because it's just shooting straight up in the sky, and then its target will come down later. I want to try to get these guys, this one particularly, as much damage as I can to that side. If I can, why don't I bump this level up a little? Now we're up higher. I should be a little bit happier with that choice. Shooting at that side, perfect. Okay. Onward. Max speed is great. Let's just... Boost doesn't really help us here, so I guess we can avoid doing boost. We're just already that fast. Ah. Did pick up a agate somewhere? Just get another one of those Trinity blasters. This thing's better. We'll put this on the front of the rig. Side of the rig would be better. There. Helps, but it's such a minuscule bump. Our magnet. If I stay out of that frost stuff, it significantly impacts our ability to drive around. No. Want this money? There it is. Beautiful. Want to see these all the time. All right, onward to the next one. These boost. I'm trying to avoid those as we goes. None of this helps us. Sure, we'll take the wheels, but it doesn't help us. Okay, it's a corner one. We're not doing ballistics. Take the upgrade. We'll get something nice here before long, and we can utilize that option. I need to bring in the wheels. Perfect. Come on. Frost stuff is amazing. Okay, we are finally attacking substantial things now. We can grab this. We don't want this to be lingering and for us to return to this place. Sure, we'll take the underside. We prepared for that. None of this helps us at all. Roll that, please. Weapon range. Great. This is ballistic. Doesn't help us at all. but it does a ton of damage. Oh, and stay what we need to stay on. Let's go with here. Perfect. But the backside's fine. That kicks butt. That was an awesome find. Okay, we don't have anything we need to technically upgrade. I'd like to get a couple more of those energy boosters. That would be fantastic. Haven't had that type of. Okay, going smooth. Another weapon here would be great. Let's take this one. We're at about half the damage necessary for us to complete this mission. We're doing ridiculous amounts of damage, so let's just keep doing that. Try to stay out of the boss's little sweep. We'll be okay. I have a ridiculous amount of uptime on all my weapons. This is fantastic. What we're looking to do. Get a level here in accident. Take an armor, I guess. We're not doing ballistic damage, game. Please give us the energy ones. Legendary. Doesn't help us anything. Bigger brain, sure. Weapons, good. We'll take another orbital laser. Right next to our other buddy. Perfect. Front. Armor in front. Just creeping in front of the boss here. This is really efficient. Get another level. 3 more boxes. I'll take it because it's supposed to be amazing. I really don't know what it's useful for, though. We'll take another one of these beamer guys. Keep lining them up next to each other. Okay. Take this off. There. Save those for later, but these needs to go there. 2 and 2. Can I put another? I can. That's awesome. Okay, that's great. I'd like to do that again for this next row here. So let's go get rid of that. Let's go here with this. I don't know why it deleted all that stuff, but one second, everybody, while we do a little bit of rehash of our build. We'll do the same thing here on this side. Just built a little bit differently, so it decided to eat choices. Okay. To fill in the gap for my orbital guys. Put this on the... I can just do a quick erase for that. I don't need this. Okay. Outside. Orbitals. Insufficient connections. Okay, well, I can put them. Doesn't matter. Okay. Plenty of room for these wheels to come down the middle still. Then I can just put them here out of the way. No problem. Okay. Love that for us. Not what I meant to do there. I have to be in a different place than I am for this last boss, that's for sure. Let's see. Come on, game. I haven't had explosive stuff all game. Which is where we can ban stuff. Maybe there is, and I just haven't found it yet. Weapon mount. Create something. Okay, so at this point we're all in. So let's just make sure that we're actually all in. Okay. Here these. Perfect. Okay. I don't know what I was stuck on there, but I'm not happy about it. I can try to prolong this a little bit to get more damage in. That was a bit distasteful if I were that. Getting pushed around so. Anything else over here I can damage? $800,000 damage is all I was able to muster out of this. I thought we did really well though. Not where we wanted to be in the end, but it was a good run. We knew our strengths. We kept getting them wherever we could. We rolled every single time to try and make it happen. I'd say we did it. Alright, well, let's see if we can do anything on the meta improvements here to put us in a better position. Let's see. We have 37,000 to play with. Still well out of the zone of that. 60, 60. Can't really take anything more from here. Oh, never mind, we can. Okay, hold on. Hold up. Let's see, top speed tick. Right. $12,000. Okay, well, I mean we can get there on that. Okay, well now we have 2 to start. Let's see if that makes much of a difference for us. Still got all of our other options here. 1,000,000 damage is still the goal. It should be a hell of a lot easier for us to do damage early. It's usually the problem of snowballing. It doesn't permit us to get any farther than we were hoping to. We just need to do damage here. So I just need to attack this mindlessly. Is that correct? So. Nope. Okay, that's fine. We're leveling. Give us a weapon. Okay, do we want to go ballistics again? We need weapons. Okay, well, we're doing damage. What do we want to do? Doing right? Alright, we got some chests. Let's get some levels here real quick. Take on the space on the left-hand side. No weapons there. Alright, let's take this. We won't put it on right away. It's going to give us some grip problems if we did. We can go tracks right at the gate. Damage reduction is always nice. Yeah, let's do that. We're also concerned about weapons here. We haven't got any weapons yet. Still don't get any. Some weapons, please. Throw out ballistic stuff. That's fine. Let's. Alright, let's take the wide range one. And let's just make him shoot forward. Keep giving ourselves most bang for our buck in the forward direction. These shapes always cause Don't really know what I'm trying to achieve here, but let's go with goes here. There, let's go. We're starting off wider, and we can have some elevation to us. Good tracks. That's all we need right now. I don't know if this is gonna work. Okay, so now the corner facing one, it does great damage. We've already got ballistic stuff on the way. Let's go with just the great damage part. Need more blocks. We'll take on this base. All right. Bunch of chests. Need some building blocks. That'd be super helpful. Don't need drones this time around. We do need max speed grip. This gives us the exact same. Which one looks cooler? That's our question here. Let's give ourselves a little bit extra luck here. Okay, let's go. Acceleration, grip, and armor. Really good. We need building blocks though. Take the tractor beam for sure. Okay, we're going ballistic, so we gotta take another one of these. Okay, let's build out our vehicle a little bit here. Make sure we're doing okay. Here. Already looks like a monstrosity. I think that's usually a well done type scenario. Okay, more weapons, please. More weapons. More weapons. Dang it. Let's go armor. Weapons here are good. We'll take another scorpion. Put this here. Wait for everything. Okay, more armor at the front. Pretty sure it doesn't matter as far as where you put your armor goes. All right, level up. Oh, I need some more weapons, please. Fire rate is always nice. Let's go ahead and pick that up. More vehicles. Max speed. Go with the. Can always shoot though. This is just a. Let's go. So I need this down lower. Try to focus on some of these chests up here. Come on, mobility wise, we're a little struggle here. Surprised we'll have better mobility. All the wheels we have already. More weapons, more weapons. Not getting them. There's energy. Okay, what is this? Fire rate stationary. Critical damage stationary. So it wants us to just hang out? Okay, sure. I mean, we'll try it. I don't know how good or bad that's going to be, but what I do know is we'll try it. Another orbital laser. Let's take that. They're just easy to play with. What is this? Just kind of attaches? A side-mounted anchoring system that boosts fire rate and critical damage for all precision weapons while this tech is fully stationary. It says precision, but it doesn't say anything about that. This Okay, it doesn't actually say precision except for in the description of it. I'm a little unhappy that that seems to be the case. Okay, we might have just bamboozled a little bit out of that choice. Ooh, corrupt the weapon up here, or corrupt the thing up here. See what the circumstance is. Maybe it's something we haven't seen yet. That'd be nice, just to see it. Okay, what do we get? New one. Okay, tunnel damage. Greatly boosts Weapon damage rate of fire, but locks every weapon on your tech to a raised within 10-degree forward arc firing. Maximum firepower, peripheral vision, dead ahead. I mean, I'm gonna take it. I don't know why I wouldn't. This is the only thing that's really gonna suffer. If that is the case, and we're not fully vested on that. Let's just see how it seems to play out here. It does affect those targets. That's fine. Okay, so what is the arc then for this thing? Only that way. Okay. Same for this one. Same. This doesn't change. Okay. Wow. Vision connections. Over the top of it still. Perfect. Okay. These are already 10% arc as it is. These were already pretty much limited as it was. This was a pretty good upgrade for us, to be honest. Not to mention how much damage it does. What I need is more of those guys. That type of weapon. Only 100,000 damage and halfway through. I'm gonna have to have some substantial mob spawning here for me to be anywhere near the category of that kind of damage. Although I don't think in truth, the orbital lasers are affected by this corrupted weapon. They're still kind of attacking everywhere. Good for me. Another pickup range. I mean, I love them. Let's pick up another one, sure. Need a weapon, please. Good God, need a weapon. Let's do that for sure. Try that out because it might be ridiculous. Okay, these are both fantastic. I want this one though because it correlates better with this guy. Let's do this. This cat. We might have some insane build going on here. Bear with me, everybody. Bear with me. Let's just... Don't like that. I don't like that. Here? Okay. But this guy here, we're getting rid of this one and this one. This should grant our anything we have on top of this as a precision tag. There it is. Now this is it is precision, as you see the damage at the bottom there. Right? I can't use on the auto fire it says precision below it instead of ballistic. I don't have any ballistic enhancements anyways because the game hates me, but it might play to our favor here. We won't have wasted a selection. So here we have this ridiculous amount of damage. We need to adjust the... Okay, hold on. The game plan is still in place, but we need additional space here. We need one there. Your words, Doug. We need to bring this out a little bit to utilize the benefits of everything. This needs to be up. It needs to be here to clear things towards the front. So we need more blocks. Here, perfect. Okay. So let's actually take. Okay, so now we have these particular guys now are both precision in nature and both doing ridiculous amounts of damage. Okay, but they also benefit from this here. Fire rate 40% of critical damage while stationary, also goes through the roof. Yeah, let's see what that does for us. Just sit here like a turret. I do think that the damage while stationary is good. That's not in question. But I do think it kind of limits us in the... We can't find units quick enough to kill that quickly. A dangerous enemy approaches. Let's see if we can drop this guy quickly. Absolutely wrecked that boss. I've never killed anything that quickly. Get in there quick to level. Health back. A lot of chests. That was an absolute obliteration of the boss there. We're gonna need more weapons here as best we can. We need this. We need more build. We take more build, right? Max speed and grip. Acceleration and grip. 6 acceleration's a lot. Let's take that. This is all great drone damage stuff. I'm not going to deny that, but also wrong play. We're not doing that. The sword guy's ludicrous, though. Absolutely ludicrous. Yeah, we should take him. Best single, I think, tower in the game. Truth. Reroll this. These are terrible options. Build options. Helpful. Okay, grant precision, weapon range. Weapon range doesn't really help us that much. We don't need this for certain. Health and damage reduction, sure. These are all great now. Let's take another scorpion, I guess. Okay. Here, doesn't matter where that goes. That's just amazing. That'll carry its own weight without even breaking a sweat. Okay, so let's get these skills in here. Let's get these. Can't do anything. A lot of wheels. Down a little bit here. Put this on this other side. Does it care? Add this to the end. Be lazy with it. Okay, there's that. Perfect. These are all great choices. That's just going to be a ludicrous addition. Why would we not? Efficient. Base. Sorry for the mumbling. Trying to talk this out in my head here. Be the best possible choices. Keeping it grooving. Where's my level up? They don't even care about things in front of them. Loved it. Love to see that. That's an awesome find. This. Okay, let's go like this is done. But also didn't affect that. Alright, let's keep going. Gonna continue to roam out here in the middle of nowhere. Don't know if it's gonna get me anything, but I haven't really spent time in that non-quest direction. Frosted wasteland out here. Sucks in the movement speed sense. Level up, what do we got? Really nothing special. Another weapon. Put this
That was an excellent boss stop. We care about ballistics. We care about precision. We don't have any precision options. Reroll. Sure, health. Another one of these. Yes, let's take the upgrade. Let's put this one, because that makes sense. Okay, let's go like this and go. There's that. Range is 25 meters. 22, okay. We have another one of these guys. Just keep adding to the lunacy of this. This is, if I could get more things to kill, I'd be higher in damage. Go with more building blocks just in case. Another one of these guys. Sure, I'll just have them attack the other direction. Fire rate, there we go. Or damage, let's do that one too. Because another one of these guys. It's almost difficult to place them, in truth. Put this up here. Put this down. Okay. Can't do that.
We're doing damage. Absolute ludicrous amounts of damage. Take ballistics. Let's not take this, but let's take one of these again. Keep adding a step back. Yeah, buddy. Like 600,000. We're on the way. Kind of need to. Keep doing damage. We just need things to spawn. Like absolutely crazy amounts of spawn. No, reroll. More armor. Another weapon, huh? I mean, ballistic. Adding armor. $700,000 damage. We need more things spawning. Weapon range is huge. Let's take that. That's amazing. What is this? Reroll limit. Okay, I've never actually picked this before. Let's pick it just to pick it, so it's out of the way. More orbital lasers. These things seem to be cheat mode. Beautiful. I need this next couple of areas before the. Maybe get to the spot first. Just get there, get there. Be something good. Great spawn. I kind of need to avoid this guy so I can just get more of his spawns. I don't think I can prevent doing damage to him because he's just jumping after me. A dominating performance, and had we had just more things on the map to kill, we would have absolutely gotten the million damage. That's just too bad. Look at that sucker. That was cool. I've never been rewarded with a bunch of triple reflex forward facing or even these corner facing ones before. It's a cool tower. All right, a lot of money here. Let's see if we can monopolize this and put this together. What do I need? 84,000 to play with here. What choices here do I have? I really want to consider. Definitely this one. Let's max that out. This whole gambling thing is crazy good. Maximum speed's important. Don't really care about the stunning part. Shockwave, I get it, but also no. I'd rather just go down this boosting. All right, so 3,800 is the first one. 5, 5, 5, 5. Can't do any more. I think we're kind of maxed out on this character, to be honest. Okay. Well, good playthrough there. We had the build for the million. There's no question about it. We just didn't get the things to kill. We were driving around the map trying to find them. I would have stayed with the questing area. Maybe we would have got more bosses. I get it, but we wouldn't have not gotten that corrupted piece in the same tooth. So yeah, I don't know. Thank you for joining me, though. This has been a great stream. We've had some good fun. A couple disappointments. One early on with that mass driver with death. Bummer about that one. Just need to be better at my driving. I'll get there. Beyond that, though, thank you for joining the Basil Gaming production. If you've enjoyed and stayed with us for this little while, please like, subscribe, comment on the video, be a part of the community and the interactions on the channel. I would love to get some feedback from anybody who would be willing to provide it. Good, bad, or indifferent. May it help guide me on the process forward for developing this channel. I look forward to playing this game and many others. I have Battlefield 6 on my computer, Factorio, Beyond All Reason, Terra Tech Legion, this of course, OLC, the Spell Brigade, the Rift Breaker, and we'll get into more as we go forward. Path of Exiles patch 0.50 will certainly be a part of the playthrough. Yeah. Join me. Love to have your company. This has been a Basil Gaming production, and my name is Douglas. Thank you for being part of my evening. Please have a wonderful night. Thank you again.